first guest tonight is the actor who made Aquaman Aquamanly again. You can ride along as he visits artists, adventurers, and a guitarist named Slash in his new documentary series, On the Roam. Watch new episodes Thursdays on Max. Please welcome Jason Momoa. That one's in the show, right? That's a beauty. How you doing? That one seems dangerous, more dangerous than the others, yes?
It's extremely dangerous.
Very dangerous. No airbags or anything in this one.
No airbags, barely brakes.
You ever, before you go on a long motorcycle ride, you ever slip into a pair of Depends just to make sure you're comfy and dry along the way?
I was a little nervous coming out, so I could have used them earlier.
How are you doing?
I'm good.
Good? Everything's good, yeah?
Everything's good. There's a lot of new shifts happening. I'm going to get ready for Minecraft, so...
Last time you were here, you were wearing a loincloth, which, you know, made a big impression on a lot of people. And I, by the way, went to Hawaii not long after you were on the show. I met like 13 people who told me they were your cousin.
They probably are.
Do you go back there a lot?
I do, yeah. And I've been shooting there quite a bit lately.
You've been shooting there? Mm-hmm. You've been shooting, what show are you shooting there?
Chief of War.
Chief of War,
yeah,
which
Apple.
It comes out, you don't know when yet?
Yeah, not yet.
It's not done yet. Is it done yet?
It's, yes.
Did you have fun shooting in Hawaii? Because sometimes shooting in the place where you grew up is not great.
When I was younger, I was excited to leave, and now all I want to do is be back home. And then,
interesting.
Yeah, so I've stretched out, and now I'm ready to come back home and be home.
Were you there when the volcano erupted?
Yeah, both of them.
You were, yeah.
Yeah, Mauna Loa and Kilauea went off, which is I think the first time in written history.
Right, yes.
Where two volcanoes went off, and it happened
simultaneous.
One day later. But I was actually directing the finale, and we were on the lava fields, and I said at the very beginning of the shooting, I was like, the volcanoes are going to go off when we do this, and everyone didn't believe me, and I'm like, it's going to go off.
You had a feeling about it?
100%.
Really?
And then I'm driving with my best friend Brian between Mauna Kea and Mauna Loa. And I'm like, the volcanoes are going to go off tonight. And sure enough, that was 11 o'clock, and at 4 in the morning, we got the call that Mauna Loa went off.
You have a best friend named Brian?
Yeah. Brian Mendoza.
Did Brian freak out? Because if you said that to me and then it happened that night, I'd be like, let's get on the plane. We're going to Las Vegas. Not another word. I want to place some bets because that is remarkable.
It is.
Is it something you say every night to Brian as you guys drive home?
Volcano's going up, buddy. No. Sorry, Riff.
Which came first, the motorcycles or the tattoos for you as a young man?
Motorcycles.
Motorcycles. At what age did you get on a motorcycle?
I must have been around 8 or something like that, 8 or 9. It was my mom's friend, and we were over there at their house, and it was one of the older gentlemen, and I jumped on the back, and that was the first time I was like, I want one, Mommy.
Yeah.
And then she knew what I was like, and absolutely not. And so eventually, I bought my first Harley when I was 19.
So she did not go.
There's no way.
Yeah, no. What was your first Harley? What was the one that you bought?
I got a 57 Panhead, and I named it after my grandmother. Her name's Mabel.
Really?
Yeah.
And how long did you ride Mabel? You still have Mabel?
I still have Mabel, and I shot a movie about her. She was in Road to Paloma with me, but I don't ride her anymore because I have fond memories, and now we have other bikes to ride. So I wanted to go to my children at some point. So
they're in the show with you, even.
They are.
Yeah. That's fun. Boy, I have to say, doing a show like this is so appealing because, and correct me if I have any of this wrong, because I was watching the show, and it's basically like Jason Momoa shows up and they drop everything and teach you everything they know about whatever they're doing. And these are all things that you love.
That's kind of it.
That's kind of it.
Yeah. I mean, there's a little more in there, but yeah, it is. There's so many things I want to learn, and I'm so passionate about learning in different art forms, and we're just like making a show about it.
Do you feel like you were learning? Like, did you get any practical information, something that you could do after sitting with one of these guys? Like I saw you with the guy who was making jewelry and a guy who was making weapons.
Absolutely.
You could make a weapon?
Absolutely. Yeah.
A good weapon or a terrible weapon?
It'd be able to hurt you.
Like a serious weapon. You could probably hurt me with your necklace, I feel like.
Sharp as a spoon. That's a hell of a spoon you got there.
Last time you were here, I think you mentioned that you like to steal things, right? Something to that effect?
Not what I said, Wolf or Lola.
Yeah.
Not what I said.
You're a collector of things that you don't own. Is that a good way of putting it?
I feel like if I've worked and I've bled and I've sweat, blood, sweat, and tears went into being in this movie, I could, maybe take one of these things home without asking. What
did you take from Aquaman? Because you did what, you appeared as Aquaman 5 times, right?
Something like that.
Yeah, I think 5 times. What do you take? What's the item you go home with after doing that show? Did you take anything?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I mean, they used a lot of mine, too. Like, these jeans were in Aquaman. So, I mean, they were mine. I'd let them use them.
So you're saying part of the fee, the rental fee that you had was that you would, in exchange, take something else.
Yes. Yeah. So they give me the trident, but I should have the trident.
What's the...
Right? I mean,
you do have the... Of course you have to have the trident.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's it.
I don't actually have it yet.
Oh.
I just got a text from my producer going, like, it'll be delivered tomorrow.
Oh, tomorrow you get the
Tomorrow
trident?
I finally get the trident.
What if a pack of gum comes? Are you going to be pissed?
I'll be back on the show. Yes.
All right, we're going to take a break. We'll come back. We're going to see a clip from your new show. It's called On the Roam. Jason Momoa is here. We'll be right back.
I wanted to switch it to a Springer, but I think the bike we're doing for you, it's perfect for that.
Absolutely.
So we'll rip it apart.
But it's frozen.
It's frozen to yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like we're making Thor's hammer.
Yeah, Thor is a different superhero. Jason Momoa show On the Roam, which you can see Thursdays on Max. You're supposed to be wearing safety glasses when you operate a torch of that type, correct?
Yes, you are.
Yes, you are.
Yes.
Safety is not your #1 concern?
You wanted me to ride on here.
I'm pretty sure that's illegal. There's no way we were supposed to. The smell of fumes is still almost overwhelming here. Or is that your cologne? I don't know.
It's mine.
Yes, you wear a gasoline-based
cologne.
cologne.
That smells good.
You, as I mentioned, the show is you go to various places. You visit artisans, people that are making cool stuff that interests you.
Well, for instance, we did this one where it's all. When you play a character, and like for Baba Voss, when I played C, I really dive into. I love making all this stuff for my character. So helping out with wardrobe, building the knives, coming up with ideas, because you put your heart and soul into some kind of character, and you go like, oh, this would be great, this would be great. But I actually want to learn how to do those things. So you find I'm going to these guys' house, I'm living in their garage, banging out these knives with them, learning the craft, then I take that with me and I go to the show. Then they turn them into the rubbers so they can be safe when we fight other people. And then there's the art form of, stunts and fighting and combat. And then the art form of like capturing and acting and playing this other character. So I think it's nice. I think it's kind of cool to go, I love just making that. And then you guys, and I love acting and storytelling. And so just seeing the whole, the full circle of what it goes into, or what I love in playing a character that you may love. And so we have like Fast is in there, or Fast, whatever, 10 or 11. And then we've got, Fast 10. And then, there's Chief of Wars in there. And I get to build a family knife for my kids. So like being able to do that with my babies.
Family knife?
Yeah. would you
Is that
expect,
a
man?
is that a thing? Is that a thing? A family knife?
Just having my babies build share this moment and have a family heirloom, and so we built a knife together. My friend Neil taught us, and so
I mean,
things
one
like
of the
that
great
are
things
like,
about having babies is building a knife with them. A family knife that you can then pass around. I don't know. What do you do with the family knife? Is it a rubber family knife? It's a real family knife.
It's a real one, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Who will get the family knife? Are you worried the kids might fight over the family knife?
There's a lot of knives. They're going to be good.
Okay, there's going to be plenty of family
Plenty of
knives.
knives to go around.
A whole set of knives to go around.
But that's the cool thing too. Is like I always wanted to, like my favorite musician. Like I built kind of Aquaman a little bit off of Slash.
Is that right?
I mean, look at the first Justice League. I'm like, that's Slash. I mean, like I wanted to play. I mean, how do you dress up like you're playing Aquaman? I'm like, you're not gonna put him in a polo and some khakis. You know, like he was just rocking. Like the way that Zach wanted him to be was just that he was rock and roll. He punched Superman in the face and kissed Wonder Woman. He was just like, he didn't care. And so we built this character anyways. You know, Slash was so important in my life and in music. And now I got to meet him. And then we were talking about
You'd never met him before.
I met him a couple times before. I convinced him to maybe do this with me. And so I have to interview him for the first time. And I've never done an interview. Hats off. Because I was so nervous.
Well, because it's,
and I'm also geeking out. Like everyone's like, oh my God, you're Aquaman. I'm like, and I'm
right.
I'm like, you're Slash. I can't talk right. I'm so nervous. And but I'm gonna see his guitars, his original guitars. Then we're gonna take them to Gibson and rebuild them. And then I'm gonna give them back to him, give him the new ones that he plays on stage because those ones he puts in a safe. So he's gonna have some that looks like his original ones. You get to do all the craftsmanship. He plays them on stage, and I get to see it in front of my kids. And then it comes full circle where we're gonna take one of those. We made an extra one for charity, so then we're gonna auction those off, and it goes to charity.
And of course, you stole one for yourself, I assume. But you have to do no.
The show has one.
The show has one. Your show. The show you own.
I have other partners.
How did you get your theme song? When I was like, how did you get Metallica to let you use their song for your theme song?
I love them. They're awesome.
Yeah.
They're everything. So I mean, I just really love Metallica. So I just asked them and begged them.
And they said, yeah.
Yeah, and my company's on the roam. I'm like, how perfect is this? And
Yeah, right. Oh, it wasn't. I thought maybe you had the title.
No.
because of the song.
My production company's on the roam. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So it's just, and now it's
Was
really
Slash jealous when you called Metallica and asked for? Because you just told me he was your idol, and now I'm thinking maybe not.
Well,
Yeah.
as a single guitar player, Slash. As a group, Metallica.
I see. Okay, all right. That's okay. I'll take that. I think we can. I think those guys will be okay with
passes,
that.
yeah,
Well, it's
cool.
great to see you. The show, it's called On the Roam. You can watch it Thursdays on Max. Jason Momoa, everybody. Thank you, Jason. We're back with Lisa Ann Walker.